What's going on, guys? Your boy Joey Shake 72 coming to you guys with a video right now. So we have to look forward to free agency. We know that we have to build through the trenches, especially on the defensive line. Not entirely stacked at D tackle so well. Haloti Ngata is going to be going, probably going to retire. Defensive end position, probably going to lose Brandon Graham. Chris Long might come back. There's some news on that he might come back. The Eagles might re-sign him. Derek Barnett's in the mix there. Bad to an injury this past year, which sucked, and Barnett's going to be a hell of a player. But Tony Pauline of DraftAnalysis.com has had some inside information of the Eagles. Now, he has done Birds with Friends podcast with Bo Wolf and the rest of the guys. This Tony Pauline is actually had insider information when we were looking into signing a corner in Byron Maxwell. He predicted that we would sign Byron Maxwell in the offseason, and we did. We signed him to a 6-year deal. I think it was $60 million contract, whatever it was. 5 years, something like that. So Tony Pauline of DraftAnalysis.com, apparently he has had some insider information on the Philadelphia Eagles this coming offseason. The news is that the Eagles are going to be loading up on defensive linemen. Apparently the Eagles will pay premium dollar for a defensive end, and we need one badly. I'm not saying that they're going to pay the highest premium amount, but I'm saying they're going to pay somebody, and I mean pay someone a mid-tier contract. There are a shitload of defensive ends going into free agency. You got D Ford. D Ford's a linebacker, but they have him as a defensive end. He's played defensive end. He could play a 4-3. Marcus Golden. You have Bruce Irvin. You have Lawrence from the Cowboys, which we'll see what the Cowboys do to get paid top dollar, even though they have to pay Zeke, and Cole Beasley's going to walk. Jadeveon Clowney's another guy, but I think he's going to get franchise tagged or re-signed, whatever the hell they're doing over there. But there are a lot of guys, the Eagles, there's about 18. If you read this list right now, there's about 18, 19 free agent defensive ends. And there are some names that, Ezekiel Ansah from the Lions. He's another guy, very good pass rusher. There's a bunch of guys the Eagles could get. They don't have to go get Lawrence. They don't have to go get Clowney, because it just seems unrealistic to me, just because I know they want to pay premium dollar but not top dollar for a defensive end. But this is the news, okay? And I see, because with this defense, you have to build through the trenches. Jim Schwartz is going to build through the trenches. It starts with the defensive line, okay? The defensive end positions hurt a little bit. We all know this, okay? Chris Long might come back. We don't know. Brandon Graham's definitely going to be gone. Derek Barnett's come back from injury. Michael Bennett is hopefully still here. And that's pretty much it. We need more pass rushers, and we need another guy on we need a defensive end. And the NFL free agency trade rumors, or the NFL free agency rumors is that we're going to pay and go get a mid-tier pass rusher. And there's plenty of them, guys. There's plenty of them. And this is good news. I'm glad that they're at least going in some type of direction, which, they have a plan. It's just that it's in secret. Stuff is getting leaked. But Tony Pauline knows his shit. And he has had past information of trades that he's guessed that we were going to do, or has some inside information on the Eagles organization that we're going to get a corner, and we got Byron Maxwell. He said we were going to go get Byron Maxwell, and we got Byron Maxwell. And now he thinks that he didn't say names, but he pretty much said that the Eagles are going after a defensive end. And what I'm seeing right now and hearing, the Eagles are going after a mid-tier defensive end, and they're going to pay somebody, okay? And that money has to be distributed where it's going to count, okay? Offense is pretty much set right now. We might have to figure out another wide receiver. We're going to figure out if we're going to get a deep threat. We're going to figure out if we get a bell cow running back. We're going to see if we can make some moves. But defensive end, I know we need a safety. I know we need a linebacker. We don't know what's going on with Jordan Hicks, but we need to figure out this. This is where it's all going to count, guys. Right in the trenches is where it starts first before anything. And I don't think they'll get Lawrence. I don't think they'll get Jadeveon Clowney. There's a lot of guys on this list that we could get. And I want to know what you guys think. Which guy do you think would fit in with a 4-3 defense? I know a few of them, like Marcus Golden. You got Preston Smith on there. You got a whole bunch of guys on this list. Trey Flowers. You got a whole bunch of guys on this list. You know what I mean? That could pass rush and do some things. So Jim Schwartz will, will figure it out, by free agency. But this is pretty exciting because we're not down to a few guys in free agency at the defensive end position. Like I said, I'm showing you this list, and there are a lot of guys, and there are a good probably 8 to 9 guys that could probably play. Now, this doesn't mean that they'll start. They could be a rotational guy. Some guys are better rotational guys. Some guys are good starters. Some guys aren't good starters. Some guys don't like all the snaps. Some guys can't handle all the snaps. A rotational guy that can go in there, stay rested, and get after the quarterback, and that's all that matters with this defensive front that Jim Schwartz has built, and this is where it starts. This is where Philly is good. This is where we make stops. This is where we got hurt this year at almost every fucking position possible. So that's what I'm going to say about this. You guys let me know what you guys think about this. Tony Pauline is not messing around. This guy knows his stuff, and he has, I don't know, he must have some type of information inside the organization right now, like he did a few years back. And you know what? It is what it is. So you guys let me know what's going on. Kind of excited now. So we'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys there. So Shake Squad up, Fly, Fly.